Welcome to the online demo part 1 for the Dynalink software. Today we're going to go over the dashboard. The first thing you'll see when you log in is going to be this dashboard, and it's going to give you a lot of information that you're going to be able to use to get an idea of what's going on with your accounts at a glance. So this helps eliminate the need for a lot of reports, because we can log right in, and on here we can see exactly what we need to see. So the first thing we're going to notice is we have some tabs over here to the left for navigation, our recent customers that we've been working on, and then over here all the statistics for the accounts. So we can go in here and we can look at these statistics, and we're going to go through these real quick. So we can see the amount of accounts that we have active. Inactive customers, this might be a place that we would have shell accounts, just test accounts that we would create for you to be able to use, add accounts, add panels, and send signals into the central station without any action being done to them. And also this would be a place where you'd be able to find your next available account numbers. Pending customers will be a place that we might host some accounts if we're moving from one central station over to the other. Those accounts will be hosted here in the pending accounts after we put the data in. And when the accounts receive their very first signals, they'll go active automatically, and then they will go up here to the active customers list. And below that is deactive customers. This is going to be a place for any canceled accounts. We do not delete any information at Dynamark, so if you send over a cancellation, that account will be here for you in case they ever want to reactivate the data, and all their history is still going to be there. So down here, we'll start looking at some of the customer status summary. This is where we're going to see basically what's going on with our accounts currently. So we can see customers currently alarmed. Right now it's 0. If there's any accounts that would be in alarm status that the operators are currently handling, you'll be able to see that here, as this is all in real time. Customers currently on test is the one below that. So currently right now in this demo field that I have 58 customers on test. And this is going to be any form of test, whether that be that we put the entire system on test, or that we just turned off, say, the front door or a particular zone. Anything that is going to be on test should be in here. If the number you think should be 0 customers on test, you'll be able to see on here, perhaps maybe a customer put it on. So pretty much any reason that any account would be on test will show up here for you. Dispatch alarms in the last 24 hours. This is one of my favorites because I can go in here and see the accounts that I had to send the actual authorities on, whether that be police, fire, or medical. In the last 24 hours, I can change that to 48 or 72 hours. 72 hours is good for Monday morning if you want to come in and see what happened all over the entire weekend. So this is great because if I had a report and I ran that, and it was all the data that I got in the last 24 hours for any type of signal. Even if I wanted to run burglary alarms, it would give me every burglary alarm that I received. With this is only going to be the ones that I dispatched in the last 24 hours. So I can see that I had 4 that I had to send the police on in the last 24 hours. I would call those customers the next day and ask them if there's anything I can do for them. It's a really great way to be proactive with the customers. Right here is a thing we have called new maintenance issues. So customers with new maintenance issues, this is a place that if the operators run into an issue while handling an alarm or talking to a customer, and this is going to be data maintenance related issues, so nothing like low batteries or troubles or anything like that. This is going to mainly be, we called somebody, and somebody on the contact list for a customer said, I'm no longer with that company, or I'm no longer affiliated with that person. I need to be removed from the contact list. So we don't generally change your data. We give you an opportunity to know what's going on with your account. So the operator, while handling the alarm, can create a maintenance issue for you that will show up in this list. So you can click that and go through the issues maybe the operator's been having and go in there and resolve it. If we do not resolve those maintenance issues roughly in 30 days, they'll go down to the unresolved maintenance issues. Well, they'll remain forever until we go in and perform a resolution. We will show you how to resolve a maintenance issue in a future video. So please stay tuned for that. We have a place here as well for permitting based off of your area's laws and regulations. If it is required for the customer to have a permit, that will show up here. That we can put the permit in the account, and if they go to be expired, that'll show up here for you. So you'll be able to see in here anybody that's going to be expired. We can click right on that and bring the entire list up of anybody with any form of expired permits. Customers in the watch list. So we have a watch list feature with this software. So over here we have the recent customers, which is the customers that we've been working on recently for quick access. We can also pin customers to a watch list for easy access later. If you wanted to, say, work on 10 accounts, you're working on a new project, and you want to have easy access to all 10 of those accounts, we can add them into the watch list, and then the customer portal video, we will show you how to do that. So we can add them here. You can click on the watch list to bring the entire list up, and you can bounce around from account to account very easily. Below that we have top alarm activity over the last 30 days. We can click that and we can get a list there of basically all the accounts that are sending in the most signals in the last 30 days. Whether that be opens and closes, fire troubles, whatever that may be, whoever's been sending the most signals in the last 30 days is going to show up here for you. And false alarm activity over the last 30 days is also there right below. So you can see if any of your customers are having any issues with their systems, if they're setting it off too much, and the operators mark those as false alarms. You'll be able to see a list of the top customers for false alarms over the last 30 days as well. So down below that we have our customer transmitter summary, and this is going to be basically some information going on with the panel is what this is. So TX is a word for transmitter, and transmitter is a word for the panel. So the panel is what's sending us the signals, and these are the types of signals that we may be receiving. So if the transmitter is an alarm for any reason of a transmitter alarming, you can see that. If the transmitter goes into any fault, it'll show that for you here. Line faults will show up here for you. Low batteries coming in from the customers, they'll show up here. And this is great because, like I said, this is all real time. So if this low battery receives a restore signal, it'll drop off of that list. So if you have an issue with a storm, you get a whole bunch of low batteries, the next morning you may look in here and you don't see nearly as many as you did the night before. Maybe power was restored, all the low batteries charged up, send a restore in, and then they will drop off of this list. And same thing here for transmitters in late to test. If they failed to send their monthly, weekly, or daily test interval into the central station, those accounts will show up for you here under late to test. Right down here, transmitters with a missing event programming. This is going to be if anything comes in that doesn't belong to your line, something that doesn't belong to any of your customers, any type of signals that are just coming in your line. This is kind of a catch-all, as well as the transmitter's not on file in the last 24 hours. So we can see if any of them coming in with missing event programming also match in the 24 hours, which we can also change to 48 to 72 hours. So this has been a brief overview of the dashboard part of BoldNet. We're going to do a multi-part series with other parts of BoldNet, so please stay tuned for those. If you have any questions, please email them to us, and we'll get them taken care of.